Hey, what's up, everyone? It is the Beast. What's going on? I know. Why am I wearing the hoodie? What's going on? I have no hair to protect. But the people from Comfy have been intermingling with me on the social media. So I'm wearing my Comfy. Hopefully there's a sponsorship opportunity coming your way. Hey, thanks for watching this. If you're hearing my voice, if you're seeing this, please subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell so you get notified when new videos are up, and it's all good. Speaking of following, don't forget to follow me on social media at Miami Radio Beast, and of course, listen, my son is blowing up in the social world on the TikTok. I don't know how he's doing it. He's getting really creative. He's on the TikTok. You have to follow him. I'm trying to think of what his handle is.
Zach Randomizing Things. Follow it, baby!
Where the hell did you come from?
I don't know. Where'd you come from?
Were you hiding in my Comfy?
I don't know.
All right, like you're Comfy.
It's big enough to fit two people.
It is. Yeah. All right, follow him at Zach Randomizing Things on the TikTok. Today's video, again, we're going a little more serious. So the lighthearted sports hot take beast is put away for a little bit. Although I could certainly do something on the Major League Baseball fiasco, but that's not what I'm going to do. And I certainly could also do something on the fact that Novak Djokovic has tested positive for the Rona, and so have a couple of other guys that played in his tournament across the pond. And if tennis players are testing positive, what the hell is going to happen when football players and basketball players start spitting on each other? That's going to be just a world of pain. Speaking of Corona, though, that is the subject of this video, because I think it's something we need to keep talking about. I know you guys are tired of it. I get it. There's Rona exhaustion. But, man, this issue is serious. It really, I don't think, I don't know. I feel like there's too many people out there that either think, hey, it won't happen to me. If it happens to me, it's going to be nothing. It'll be like the cold or the flu. Or, again, are believing that the media is overhyping, overdoing, the numbers are off, blah, 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 blah. I tend to stick with science and data and facts. And, for stuff like this, I don't even rely on the news. I mean, God forbid I watch the news because, oh no, it's the news. But I have on Twitter, if you go look at who I follow on Twitter, the amount of scientists, epidemiologists, doctors, ER doctors, just people that are all over this that I follow that are just data driven, really not entertaining at all and just completely all numbers. That's where I get my info from. And unfortunately, down here in Florida, cases are going up. Yes, we're testing more, but even our governor, Ron DeSantis, who I will withhold my thoughts about, even he admits that it's not just we're testing more. It's hospitalizations are growing up. ICUs are starting to fill up again. I'm talking to doctors who are telling me, yes, ERs, ICUs, it's all coming back. I've talked to doctors in other parts of the country where they're seeing similar situations. And we knew this was going to happen. I mean, you'd have to be completely ignorant if you didn't think this was going to happen. Listen, I totally understand, okay? I understand the weighing of the business, financial versus the health. I get it. I was furloughed, okay? I did not have a job. And luckily we reopened and I now am back having a job. Thank you again to Code Ninjas and Tracy and Eric Leone. You are the best. I love you so much. Come and see me at Code Ninjas Cooper City, or try out our other locations, Plantation and Coral Springs, and soon to come in Weston and Pembroke Pines as well. Code Ninjas, where kids have fun and parents see results. But so I get it, right? I didn't have a job. It was tough paying rent, tough paying the bills. It was hard. and luckily I got the job back, especially since the unemployment disaster in Florida, where I didn't see anything for weeks and weeks and weeks, and it was just a mess. Finally, I literally had to write my congresswoman and then go through my congresswoman's staff to get to my state rep, who then had to call the DEO's backline to help me work on my case. Like, that's what it took for me to get unemployment. So I feel you. So I get it, right? We needed to reopen to get the economy going and to get people get people paid. But I feel like we are doing it, especially in this state, we're just all over the place, right? Some cities have mask laws, other cities don't. Some cities are truly enforcing what restaurants and other public establishments should be doing, others aren't. I can't tell you how many times I've been out and about for various things, and you are not going to find me in an indoor establishment for a prolonged period of time doing anything. Meanwhile, without a mask and anything else, I don't care. Like, that's not going to happen, because you're setting yourself up for failure if you're doing that. But I mean, listen, I'm in my workplace, but we have a very controlled environment and really strict protocols, and I feel pretty safe about what I do. But that's the thing, is I'm managing that facility, so I control what happens there, as opposed to me going somewhere else where I don't know what's going on. And we're just starting to see it here in Florida, where, I mean, I drove around over the weekend, and I can't tell you how many plazas I went to, how many restaurants I drove by, where I know they were over capacity. I know they weren't social distancing. People were all over each other with no masks on, and I'm just driving by going, like, what, like, what is the deal? Like, what? I don't get this. Like, first of all, if you're not gonna, like, if you're one of those people that's like, hey, wearing a mask takes away my freedom, like, bleep you. Seriously, bleep you. Wearing a mask takes away your freedom? Like, cut the shit. Seriously. I mean, really? I can think of a lot more things in life that would take away your freedom than wearing a mask. And can we again, let's state this point, okay? Because maybe some of you don't get it. When you wear a mask, it's not to protect you. It's to protect others. So that when you cough or sneeze or talk loudly or breathe, it keeps some of your crap away from other people, so you don't get other people sick. Because you could be asymptomatic and not know you have corona and not feel any symptoms, but still be shedding the virus and spreading the virus. Those are facts. That's what happens. I was at work the other day, and a dad came in, and we have, like, clear signage on the door. You must wear a mask to come inside. We're working with kids, and it's really important that we keep them healthy and safe. And a dad came in without a mask, and I was like, sir, you have to get a mask. And he's like, you're still doing that? I was like, I just said, yes, sir, we're still doing that. But, like, my brain wanted to go, like, do you not see what's going on? Like, are you not connected in any way to know what's going on in the state of Florida and 22 other states where cases are on the rise? You look at Arizona, you look at Texas, you look at Louisiana, all of these states that opened are now having to back that ish down because it's getting out of control. We're running out of ICU beds again. We're having problems having hospital space. People are dying. And I was just on a conference call for a charity I'm involved in, and we're planning a golf tournament. And we were talking about first wave, second wave, and here's the deal: is really at this point it's just here, and I don't see how it goes away or lessens. Like today in Miami, the heat index is like 110, right? So this whole notion that like hot weather is gonna kill this thing, like that's not happening, okay? And the other thing about that is it's so hot out that more people want to be inside in the air condition, which of course is going to spread viral load all over the place. Like, yeah, you're better off being outside and socially distanced, but since it's 1 billion degrees outside, you're going to be inside in the AC, and then, it's going to spread germs all over the place. Just like when I was in college at the University of Miami, in Eaton Residential College, hopefully it still exists. I know they made some new, awesome dorms on campus, or residential colleges, or whatever they're calling them these days. But we used to joke that we're never hungry in Eaton. Huh. But when we were in ERC, Eaton Residential College, Eaton 310, what up, y'all? Someone would get a cold, and then the whole floor would get a cold, right? That's how it worked, because that's how germs travel. So, being inside doesn't help. And it's just this dad is just we're still doing the mask, and it's just are you not paying attention? Do you think it's fake? It's not fake. And I'm just listen, forget about me for a second. I have 10,000 comorbidities. We all know, we can all look at me and be realistic and know that if I get a severe case of coronavirus, I'm fucked. Hopefully if that happens, by that chance, there'll be some good meds. I'm not hopeful on a vaccine anytime soon, but, and all of that. But forget about me for a second. Think about my wife. She is a cancer survivor. Her immune system is crap because of the surgery that she had for cancer, the treatment that she had for cancer, and, she's immunodeficient. My son at the age of 1 almost died from respiratory failure. Basically, he was on a ventilator. He went through all of this from a virus that still was not identified. It wasn't RSV or any of the well-known childhood viruses. They couldn't figure it out, but he had respiratory failure. He was literally seconds away from death until a doctor at Memorial West intervened, saved his life. They got him to Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital, to the pediatric intensive care unit, where it took weeks to get him back with us and doing well. So I've got that going in my family. I don't need your germs in my life, and I certainly don't need them in my family's life. And if, for the love of God, if I told you, hey, you know what? If you want to go to that bar, that's fine. Sit outside and stay 6 feet away from people. If you want to go put your name, I'm driving down streets and there's wait lists at restaurants where people are just in one big huddle outside, it's 2019, and you just can't do that. Be smarter. I don't understand. All of this is within our control. That's the thing, right? So the virus is going to be the virus, but we know how to take measures to reasonably help us not get the virus. And there's so many people out there that are just not dealing with that. Hey, we're going to put 30 people on a boat even though we're not supposed to. Hey, we're going to pack a restaurant beyond capacity even though we're not supposed to. Hey, we're going to congregate at house parties, or we're going to be in Brickell dancing to some DJ or what have you, and we're just going to, hey, yeah, man, it's all good. And notice cases are going up exponentially in the youngins, the 20-year-olds and the 30-year-olds, because they think they're invincible and they don't give a bleep. And then what they do is they bring it home to somebody, or they bring it to work to somebody, and then that's how it's spreading. So, I guess my message in this video is I know we're all tired of the Rona. I know we're all tired of it. I get it. And I don't really care if it came from China or bats, or if it came from Uranus. I don't really care where it came from, or I just care that it's still out there, and it's on the rise in Florida. It's on the rise in 23 states. then, listen, the Northeast is doing great right now, but they're just opening back up. So we'll see what happens. And, guaranteed, there's someone right now that's going, well, if it wasn't for all the protests, we'd be great. Really? Really? Because that's what it must be. Because everyone, in suburbia was all involved in the protests. That must be the issue. Like out in Phoenix, in like Chandler, Arizona, or Scottsdale, like they were all protesting. That must be where they got the virus. Can you see the look in my eyes of just like utter like, what, huh? So I know I'm meandering and going all over the place, but it just bothers me because it really is in our control. The spread of this virus is in our control. It really is, a lot of it. If we use proper hygiene, if we socially distance, if we wear a mask, if we limit our engagements inside in crowds, we can help stem the spread of this virus. And we're just not doing that. And it pisses me off because it's so easy. And I don't I don't want to hear that you wearing a mask hinders your rights. Like, don't be that old guy that tries to go into Walmart without a mask because he thinks he's Mr. Invincible. Like, dude, really? Like, go fall on your ass again, asshat. Seriously. It's just like, seriously. Like, think of the sacrifices that have been made throughout humanity for lives, right? I mean, both my grandfathers fought in World War II. One of my grandfathers was shot in the back. Another one of my grandfathers ended up catching typhoid fever on the front lines, which saved him from the Battle of the Bulge. But like think about the sacrifices people have made in this country over the course of time. And I'm asking you to wear a mask, and that's hindering your freedom, and you won't do it? Like, what? Just put that in context. Like, just think about that for a second. Like, I don't want to wear a mask. It's hindering my freedom. Wow, that was weird. Phone's ringing. Who is it? Oh, it's unavailable. I don't pick up the unavailables. Oh, it says 352. That's Gainesville. Definitely not freaking picking it up because it's probably the University of Florida looking for a donation for my wife. And that's not happening. By the way, I'm proud of my son for wearing a UM shirt more often now these days instead of a Florida shirt. Maybe we've turned the tide there. So the bottom line is this. Wear a bleeping mask. Stop acting like you are giving up your freedoms by wearing a mask. There's no reason for you not to. Be smart, please. Like, don't go to a bar with 27 of your friends and be in a big group doing shots, yakking all over each other. Can we not do that? Like, just be safe and smart, please. Because think about the repercussions if we're not, right? The repercussions of if we're not, if this keeps going in this direction, is we're going to have to shut down again. It's going to get to the point where you're just going to have to. I know that a lot of people are like, that'll never happen. We'll never shut down again. Like, I'm sorry. Like, if too many people start dying, like, it has to happen. And I really don't want to have to try to deal with Florida unemployment again. And I really don't want you to have to deal with not making money. So if we're just smart, we can do this. I know we can. But too many of you are just being ignorant and selfish, and it sucks. All right, that'll do it for me. I know, I was all over this place, but I just had to get that off my chest. Coming up in my series of more serious videos, we will get to BLM, we'll get to cop policing issues. I have some interesting stands on this stuff because I think you'll find it. I think you'll find my positions interesting because most of you know I'm pretty liberal, snowflakey, but I have some interesting positions on some of the social matters that are going on in this day and age that I'd like to get to. So we will do that. Don't forget to follow me on the social at Miami Radio Beast. Follow my son. He's nowhere around. I don't know where he snuck off to. At Zach ZACH randomizing things on the TikTok. The kid, he's really good at these videos. I'm telling you, you're looking for somebody to just entertain you. Watch my kid make some videos. They're funny. They're better than me. And follow me on social media, Miami Radio Beast. Appreciate you, all the love and the support. I will see you next time. I'll see you when I see you. Peace.